Hidey ho, hidey ho. It's snowing here. It is flipping snowing. Oh, thank you. H. Davis. H. Davis. Why did you not have a good Thanksgiving? Hey, Pink Lotus. Hey, Poppy. Poppy in her red Mustang. You should have told us, H. I'd have had Poppy come and get you, and she could have brought you to my house, and we would have welcomed you and had you over for Thanksgiving dinner. I am so sorry your Thanksgiving just wasn't great. Excuse me a moment. I need to eat my piece of candy. Gotta have my candy. You know what I mean. I love this background. I'm weird. I find all these backgrounds. The weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. And if you ain't got no place to go, come be a hoe, be a hoe, be a hoe. Oh, shit. I am dropping things. All right. I don't have a cat up on my butt today. Thank goodness. Don't know if I could hang with that. All right. What the heck was I going to talk about? I forget. Oh, yeah. I got to pull my chat up. Let me pull my chat up. Christy. Hello, Christy. Welcome, Christy. Welcome to my channel. We could oh damn, I did monetize that. Yes, Remain Calm is monetizing this live. Even though sometimes, thank you, Poppy. Poppy, miss my girl. Nobody gets Poppy except for me. All right, get the hell off that commercial. Remain calm, you loser. You loser, remain calm. Nobody likes you, remain calm. I'm like, okay. Thanks for letting me know that. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Christy. Your dog has the most beautiful eyes. So cute. So cute. Okay, so, we never know. Nicole, are you working? That's not right. Get your boss here right now, Nicole. I want to talk to your boss. All right, listen, Nicole's boss. I am Remain Calm. Okay? Whoop, whoop. You have to give your employee a break while I am live. I'm just saying. I gotta have her. Hey, Cat Hodgepodgery. Katie with the K. Damn, there's Island Girl. Where the heck you been? You been on that island? You been hanging out on that island? Karen with the C. There's Karen with the C. Okay, so I know you guys are probably going to be really bored with what I'm going to show you first. Okay, wait a minute. No, I want to show you guys this first. Let me find it. Let me find it. So, this guy right here, and I can't make it any bigger. A man and a woman are facing multiple charges, including assault on a police officer, tampering with physical evidence after allegedly fleeing when a police attempted to serve a warrant at a residence. Todd Holden, 31 of Waco, and Summer Williams, 25 of Everts, were arrested by the Harlan County Sheriff's Office on November 16th. They are not having a good Thanksgiving. They're not. I don't know. I need to find out what Ernie had for Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, I can hear him now. Who is Remain Calm? I don't know her. But hey, bitch, I had a honey bun. I had a honey bun. Okay, so they tried to outrun the law. I mean, come on. What's wrong, Todd and Summer Williams? I mean, Jeezy Weezy. So, anyhow, I will keep you all updated on that because, of course, Harlan County newspaper, they're like, we want your money. We want you to subscribe to us. And I'm like, I'm a nice person. I really am. But nope, ain't happening. Okay. All right. My son tells me I'm crazy, and I am crazy. I admit it. I don't hide the fact that I'm crazy. But no, I mean, if the cops are serving a warrant on your house, you may not want to run. I'm just saying. Because then you make them chase you. And then while they're chasing you, they're getting more pissed off. Hey, Sassy. They're getting more mad. They were like, dude, Thanksgiving's coming up. Did you have any goodies prior to this live? What do you mean? Well, of course I have goodies. Girl, I said I had to eat my piece of candy. Lord have mercy. That's how we roll over here. Just don't tell anybody, okay? Don't tell on me. Do not be a snitch. Yes, I am crazy. I admit it. I love being crazy. All right, I found something really interesting. So y'all know, okay? Here we go. Here we go. And I am going to say your first name, Diane. I still love these candles. I do. And so my granddaughter came over and seen the candles. And she was like, Nana, I'm in love with this jasmine. And I was like, no, girl, those are my presents. So I did. I wanted to let you know. I did let her have the jasmine candle. And man, it smelled so freaking awesome. We burned it yesterday while we were having Thanksgiving. We had such a good Thanksgiving. We really did. My daughter, everything that she made from scratch. The girl even bought the sweet potatoes and did them herself to make sweet potato pie. It was freaking awesome. And I got plenty of leftovers. In the middle of the night, I was eating that. She made this pumpkin crisp cake. I don't know. It was good. I just ate. I didn't ask any questions. I just ate. That was it. H. Davis. H. Davis, where are you? I want to talk to you. I am sorry you didn't have a good Thanksgiving. I will try to make it up to you. Okay, so this may be boring to some people, but I do have to play it since I spent days and days and days watching the trial of Leilani Simon, who unalived Quentin Simon, her son, and Danny Youngkin. And I'm trying to find Debbie. Did you not send me the link to Danny's YouTube where he played his music? Because I've been trying to go back through my text. I cannot find it, but I'll find it. I think it's on my watch later list somewhere. So anywho, Danny did. Oh, I am sorry to hear that, Age. That sucked. No, he was the first one in here, Sassy. H. Davis is usually always the first one in to give me a wave. I hate that, Age. I am so sorry. I am so sorry to hear that. For real. Okay, so Danny Youngkin, Leilani's ex-boyfriend, decided he was going to do this interview. And I think he did. Oh my God. Are you kidding, Unknown Channel? If you want to free P. Diddy, take your ass to Los Angeles and make you a fucking sign that says free P. Diddy. Stand out there and hold your sign, okay? I do not care for protesters over here. Free P. Diddy, my ass. Why? Why? You want some of that baby gel lube? I bet you miss. I bet you know, Diddy. I bet you miss him. I bet you he was giving you his big old slunker. I bet he was giving you a big slunk. You miss that baby oil. You miss it. You miss them parties. You go to LA. You get that sign. You raise that sign. But I'm telling you, he is not. Thank you, ma'am. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyhow, bye-bye, Unknown Channel. That's why your channel is unknown, because you talk foolish shit. So, I am going to escort you out only because I don't have time to mess with you today. H. Davis, thank you. H. Davis caught you. H. Davis caught you, and when H. Davis catches you, you better watch out, mister. But no, you want to go fly a sign for someone like that? You go right ahead. Don't come over here, though. Okay? Mm-mm. No, not my problem that you miss your getting schlonkered from behind, getting that baby oil all over you. Mm-mm. You figure that out on your own. All right, let's get down to business here. So Daniel Youngkin has now come out and spoke. Credit goes to WTOC. Let's hear what Danny Youngkin has to say. And she's really pretty, so I'm sure he did the interview. He was like, this chick is hot. That's probably what he was thinking. He was like, this girl's got it going on. She's hot. Okay, wait, because I want to make sure I don't have any problem with the audio. Let's go back. Do it correctly, because it's my low budget channel. My low budget channel. My low budget channel. And don't you fuck with me. I do. I need to come up with some more songs. All right, so this sweet young lady here is talking to Leilani Simon's boyfriend, Danny, who lived in the house and was in the house when Quentin went missing.
How are you doing after the last couple of years that you've been through?
It's been a process overall, I won't lie. It's something that I never would have expected to go through in my lifetime. I really.
Thank you, Nicole. Copyright disclaimer.
It's a process I've had to go through, therapy and all kinds of things to get through the PTSD that it caused. I'm not going to downplay it because everything was stressful throughout the entire, even before October 5th. It was definitely a stressful environment to be in, and something that I dealt with just to make sure I was there for my daughter as much as I could be.
Let's go back to you and Leilani
Uh.
Simon's relationship.
I don't think he's okay. You're multitasking? That's my girl, Nicole. We love multitaskers over here. We do.
Tell me how that relationship started and what being in that relationship was like.
Well, it started as a relationship just on like I think it started on Snapchat, something like that. It
Snapchat.
started with a visit down to North Carolina from Georgia, from her to me, and that was the first time I'd ever met her.
Okay, wait. Leilani came to see you. Did she bring the oldest boy? And Quentin? I think we figured that out one time before, right?
And she came down and stayed for a night while I was in North Carolina at my parents' house with me, and that's where I was living at the time.
And they threw your ass out.
She seemed to be a nice person, that just had dealt with some very stressful and bad things in her life. That's how she came off to me in the beginning. Like she needed somebody, and just like not everybody, but
She needed somebody, all right. Oh, sassy pants, why you gotta be that way? Dang, girl. Ugh. Lord have mercy. You're going to the back of the class. Thanks, Nicole. Lisa. Lisa, damn it, don't get me started. Oh my God. Lisa, where's my fucking ruler? Where's my ruler? Let me tell you something, lady. I followed this trial for days and days and days. Now, if you'd have been paying attention to the trial, you would have known that no, ma'am, they did not find all that little boy. But we're talking about Danny and Leilani doing the dirty thing, the nasty. Hey, Lisa. My shit always goes sideways. All right, well, we'll see how it goes.
a majority of people make bad choices, and I was willing to look past things
What things?
circumstances.
What
Circumstances change people, and
Yes, they do.
I was trying to help get her out of a bad situation,
Okay.
and it escalated to where she ended up moving up to North Carolina with me. And then the reason it continued as long as it did was really because of Sky. That's about why I sticked around as long as I did.
Wait, Danny, you need to come and talk to Remain Calm. I have, just within the first 5 minutes, I have 50 questions. Okay, she came to your mama and daddy's to stay with you. So we know that a pregnancy lasts 9 months. And if it's more than that, I always feel so sad for the women, right? So yeah. But you carry a child for 9 months. So did she live with you and your mom and dad the whole time she was pregnant? Because you met on Snapchat, and then she came to see you. You did the deed. It's okay, Debbie. I'm a TV star. Right here. I'm a TV star. You can watch me on the big screen. But if you do that, it's at your own risk. Watch me at your own risk. Debbie, you lay your phone down anyway and never find it for 2 days. And then you're like, damn, did you call me 2 days ago? Okay. All right. All right. Here we go. All right, Danny. So, all right. Let me keep going because I, you know me, I get confused. I have too many questions.
I just couldn't not be there.
We heard
That is
testimony
sweet,
from
though.
you on the stand during Leilani's trial about the nature of your relationship, and you mentioned what you just said when you were on the stand, that
Oh,
you were
that's
there
funny,
for your
Debbie.
daughter. What was it like being in that relationship? What were your circumstances as far as how you and Leilani were relating to each other around the time of October 5th?
And I was taken advantage of at a certain point, as if I'd just take anything that she did to me and let it go, as if it.
Let it go, let it go. Danny, man, Remain Calm said from the very beginning, oh, girl was using you. She was using you as a chef to cook for the kids. She was using you to take care of the kids. She was using you in any way she could. And then she was trying to play reverse psychology because of the fact that she was like, you don't love me. You don't have the sex with me. All the while, oh, girl was poking her freaking crack as whack dealer. I mean, seriously, I paid attention. To the trial. I did.
I just was very forgiving. She was a physically abusive person. I won't lie about that. She definitely put her hands on me a few times.
But then, after she would put her hands on you, then she was the town bicycle giving everyone a ride. Oh, we shouldn't be laughing at Danny. I can't help it. I'm sorry, Danny. Jesus knows my sense of humor, okay? He does. All right, so she was, oh, so that's why she was going and getting the substances for you, because she would knock you around a little bit, and then she'd be like, baby, I'm so sorry. Let me go get you some of that crack as whack. Let me go get you some of that Coca-Cola. Let me get you a couple of them beers. Let me get you some fire. What is it called? What's that freaking liquor called? Fireball. Let me get you some Fireball, baby. That'll help with the pain.
I was a victim of physical abuse, emotional abuse, and mental abuse from her, due to the nature of who she is, I guess. I tried to see the best I could, and I try to see the best I can in everybody. Like, look for the good and accept the fact that people make mistakes. So
Wait a minute. Why? Remain calm. Why do you find shit like this? And why do you go places that you really, in your mind, are thinking, do you really want to freaking go there? I think that the question should have been asked. This is just Remain Calm question. it's okay, little Dab, honey. But I would have said, so let me ask you this. You don't want me to have no more candy? Oh my gosh, why not, Nicole? For real. You're taking my candy away? That sucks. Well, I'd be a very fucking boring person if you take my candy away. I'm out of sandpaper. I can't cry. I'm out of sandpaper. Okay, hold on. Because this is what I would have said. Look, man, you're a rapper. Okay, Danny? I feel you. I get you. Okay, you rap about your substance use or whatever. You're a rapper. So I think I would have said, let's be honest. Y'all like to get into a little domestic disturbances, and then you really like the makeup sex. Okay, that's what I think was going on. I think they just yeah.
So I was very forgiving, and I was just hoping that one day I could really help her in a sense. It
Oh,
was
I
kind of
get
like a
that.
savior type thing.
I get that. Have you guys ever been in a relationship with a person who's really fucking weird? Okay, they're really fucked up, and you love them, and you think, okay, well, I know that look, this is just an example. Okay, I know when we're just sitting in the bed, hanging out, watching fucking a TV show or something, and oh boy, fucking raises his foot up to his mouth and starts chewing on his toenails. Now, that's pretty disgusting, right? But you're like, okay, all right, dude, even though I see you chewing on your toenails, I'm gonna change you. I'm going to make you see that chewing on your freaking toenails in front of me is just a really fucked up thing. Okay. But then again, I mean, then the dude don't stop chewing on his fucking toenails. And it's like, you gotta fucking go. You gotta go. I can't handle it. You gotta go.
And I was letting things go that I shouldn't have for a very long period of time.
You were letting things go that you shouldn't have because you moved away from your mommy and daddy. You went to a state where you probably didn't know anybody, and you were letting things go because it was simpler to, of course, be there for your daughter. And everyone appreciates the fact that you did take care of the two older boys. That, Danny, I will always, always give you credit for. Okay. When that came out in court, it was very well shown that he was the caretaker for those kids the majority of the time. Okay. It came out, it was there. All right. That's right. It's essential to the hoe diet. Damn, Nicole. Who you been hanging out with, Nicole? I want to know. Can't kiss me after chewing on. Yeah, no doubt. I don't even know why I thought about chewing on the toenails. That's pretty gross. I could have found something else, but I don't know why it came to my mind.
The relationship towards October 5th, I had gotten to a point to where I started to just let her behavior, whatever she was doing, I kind of got to a point where I ignored her and was just paying attention to the children.
That's where the problem came in, Danny. You shouldn't have paid attention to the children because she sure in the fuck didn't want to pay attention to the children. And then you start paying attention to the children, and she was like, no, you are not paying attention. I want all your attention. Oh my God, you guys are crazy. Hey, Mama.
And making sure that when I came home from work, it wasn't a dirty place. At least it would be crazy because I'd go to work and I'd come back. She would end up not going to work that day because she said she didn't feel good. And I get back to the house and the kids' diapers are still dirty and the dishes aren't done. And it's just a wreck. And she's be sitting outside on the front porch of that house on Buckhalter smoking a cigarette, which she'd probably sit out there and smoke a whole pack of cigarettes sometimes. And I would
That's what the babysitter said. The babysitter said I would be babysitting her kids and she'd be out there sitting on the porch smoking cigarettes. And then she would try to duck down so we couldn't see her. That's what the babysitter said.
would be the one that would be paying for these things because she would decide not to go to work. And I would end up, because of finances, and I didn't want to be the only one for with income coming in, I would vouch for her whether I believed her or not at that point, just to save the income part. Now, that only specifically refers to jobs.
Miss Debbie, I can't, there's nothing on that link, babe. All I'm getting is a black screen. So the link you sent me isn't taking me to where I need to be. But I might be able to find it myself.
She was, I would try to wake her up and she would yell at me.
He said
Wake her
that
up to
in
go to
court.
work and she would yell and complain. And
Yeah, the babysitter wasn't the
act as if
babysitter.
she could just make it up as if it was just whenever she wanted to go to work, she could go to work and it would be okay.
Damn, I want a job like
There
that.
were no consequences, essentially, to her actions. Anything she did, it was almost as if she knew there would be no consequences.
Well, you guys got to remember, because the way that it kind of came out in court was Leilani could take the day off, but then go in later when her brother went to work to make up her hours. So I would think that that job in itself was, you know, letting her get by with that.
So she kind of just did as she pleased. There was a couple incidents where one specifically, I had to go pick up medicine for Zane one day. She told me to call her when I got there because at the moment I didn't have any money on me. I was getting paid the next day. So she told me to call her when I got there to the pharmacy to tell her the total of the medicine and she would send it. I tried calling her multiple times. She would not answer. So I ended up calling Billy Joe. Billy Joe sent me $20 on Cash App to get the medicine for Zane. And it was medicine for an ear infection.
Wow.
And she gave me the money. I picked up the prescription and I headed back to Buckhalter. I was still on the phone with Billy Joe when it happened, but I get back and I walk into the yard and Leilani comes storming out of the house and I can tell she's angry. I think I may have said, I don't know if I said anything actually, but she walked up to me and she just punched me in the side of the head and walked away.
What? Wait a minute. Wait. She just walks out the door mad, punches you in the side of the head, and just turns around and walks away. Well, depending on the medicine. It depends on the medicine. But I don't know if they were on state insurance because Billy Joe is the one who took. Do you guys remember Quentin Hattie's Well, what, something wrong with his heart or something? That was Billy Joe taking him to the doctor. So I don't know. I don't know.
Walked back in the house. And it was the result of her being so angry that I asked Billy Joe for the money to get Zane's medicine, which to me was a necessity, and she wouldn't answer her phone. And as I said, I did not have the funds at the moment. So I did what was necessary in order to make sure that Zane got what he needed,
Good for you,
which created a
Danny.
physical altercation. That
Well,
to me is one of those, that shows how simple of an argument can escalate into violence when it comes.
check these pictures of Danny out. These are Instagram pictures of Danny. Danny is not a bad looking guy. He's not. And, you know, one thing I want to say, if he was staying with Leilani because of his daughter, why didn't he take his daughter and leave? If he was going through that, why didn't he take his daughter and leave? Why didn't he call law enforcement and turn her in for being physically abusive to him?
Start.
You're dealing with this situation. You said that there were multiple incidents where she became physical with you, but in that story, you're picking up medicine for Zane, who is not your biological child. Quentin was not your biological child. How did it end up that you were the primary caretaker of not just your child with Leilani, but also her other two children?
I built a relationship with them because I guess, in a sense, I am just a caregiver, sort of a nice person to children. And
Annie, just say it. I moved in there. She had these two children. And I started feeling love for these children that I was taking care of. I don't understand why Danny didn't think that him going and living at Billy Joe's with her was a good idea to start with. No one paid rent at Billy Joe's. That's why they got kicked out. Yes, Billy Joe had filed to get them out of there. Why isn't there any funds? I'm not taking up for Leilani. Danny is not what he portrays. Nicole said, in my opinion, has nothing to do with what happened. I don't think he had anything to do with what happened to Quentin, but I don't think he's being authentic in this interview either. But you guys got to realize, I mean, when you hang around a channel like mine, of course, we're going to look at this interview and go, stop there a minute. Doesn't sound right. It's because you guys hang out with me. That's why you question everything, is because you hang out with me. Okay? So don't tell your parents you're hanging out with me, okay? I don't think they'd like it. They'd be like, no, and you're grounded. You can never go there again. I'm telling you, that's what they'd say.
I really did love them.
I do. I think he did.
Still
I think
do.
he loved them.
No matter if they're my biological children or not.
Where's your daughter now, Danny?
There were ways that I saw the actual things that they needed and deserved were not being provided by her. And
by
it just
their
felt
grandma.
natural to me to take care of them also. And before anything dealing with Sky, and I actually still had love for them, of course. Like, it didn't matter that they I mean, it eventually made a difference that they were the siblings, and Zane is still Sky's brother. But they just meant a lot to me, and they were such cute kids. I can't. I'm not gonna let it.
No, there was a crib upstairs, Debbie. There was a crib upstairs. There was a crib upstairs in that one bedroom. I saw it.
A little one walk around with a dirty diaper all day. I'm not gonna let them be dirty all day. I'm not gonna let them not be fed. I'm gonna pay attention to them. And
Let me ask you guys this. Danny lived in that house. Danny had a daughter by Leilani. Danny, and it came out in court, was one of the main caretakers of these kids. So, did he fail in protecting Quentin? Because he did what he did so many days a week, getting up, getting the kids ready, taking them to the babysitter, trying to go to work. Danny was doing all of these things. Yes, that was downstairs. That was downstairs. But upstairs, there was a room that had a crib in it and a room with bunk beds in it. You guys remember seeing that?
I enjoyed being there for them. It was
Oh, I applaud you, Danny.
fulfilling in a sense also.
What was your relationship with Quentin
Hey,
like?
His favorite word was Danny.
Anissa. I know that's not really you, Anissa. Anissa. Oh, Anissa. Well, where you at, Anissa? Ugh. Here, Anissa, I'm gonna drop you the link. I want you to take it. Take this link, lady. If that's really you, you will take this link. I don't think Onissa would say that. I'll find out. Hold on. Hold on, Anissa. Hold on. This is not the real Anissa. This is not the real Onissa. Because she would tell me. She would say, remain calm. It is me, Onissa. Because Anissa knows I call her Onissa. Well, I don't know where Flies is at. So, Rapper, wait and come back when Flies is here. Okay? Dang it. Rapper, why would you want to free P. Diddy? Did he diddle you? I don't know. Okay, anyhow. Okay, wait, I gotta find myself. Let me find myself.
Danny. I'm sure you've seen the photo that a lot of people have posted that where I'm laying down and he's next to me and he's got like the biggest smile on his face.
He did
I don't
love
know if you've seen that or
Quentin
not,
loved
but
Danny for sure.
I have.
yeah, I mean, that kind of is self-explanatory at that point, there's nothing falsified about the picture. There's nothing, it portrays his happiness. He really loved messing with my watch. Oh my goodness. If I was holding him, he would just play with my watch as much as he just would just play with it. He loved it. He had a thing for remotes. He would love to mess with remotes.
He was
To
a
like the
kid.
TV and stuff.
All kids love remotes.
He was a very, very fun little one to be around.
Oh.
And I was just being myself and turned out to be Danny him as his favorite word. I don't know if that was something that had been spoken about like to where people knew it, but it's I think I've heard a couple of people say it publicly that that is true. And uh I just love being around them.
Oh, that's
And
so
I also love being around Zane too. I have this video on my phone of Zane playing with my hair, and it's so cute. I might have to send that to you or something.
Send it to me, Danny.
Fun to watch.
Ow. It hurt myself.
I enjoy being around and feeling.
Oh, wait. Where's my freaking? There I am.
I felt the love,
Lord, I almost lost myself there, y'all.
and I wanted a home, a home, like not just to live in a house. I wanted a family, and I was numbing myself with substances and uh, alcohol, but my goal was
What
to
you mean careful?
have a home.
Why I gotta be careful, Karen with a C? Is somebody coming for me? Ha ho, ha ho. Nobody can blow us shit. For real. I want to see paperwork where he not. That's what I want to know. We're not done with the interview yet, though, Debbie. Lord, oh, slow down a minute.
A family.
Where's your
And
daughter?
I
Danny?
believe once it got to the point to where I felt like
You were being
overwhelmed by the pressure of taking on basically
a whole family.
my habit, her habit, extensive habit, plus her excessive cigarettes aren't cheap. And
Dude,
smoking
wait a
packs a
minute.
day, plus taking care of the children, and like I said,
Dude,
working
you're going
while
to say
she would
cigarettes aren't cheap.
do.
We know cigarettes aren't cheap. So that's kind of like an addict, right? Hey, I can't get the OXYZs anymore, or however in the fuck you spell that word. But I can get the HEROIN cheaper. So I'm gonna go with the HEROIN because the OZs are more expensive. So you're paying for her cigarette habit, and then you're paying for her little $20 a little Coca-Cola shit, plus your alcohol. Yeah. Inquiring minds just wanted to know. Oh, I
Whatever
said
she wanted to
I
do.
did. I almost lost myself.
It got overwhelming, and I began to
To do what?
self-medicate, is how I would word that. Which was not, as I said on the stand, I never said I was responsible.
You've testified to it, but what do you remember about the night of October 4th into October 5th when Quentin was eventually reported missing?
Like you said, I have spoken my truth. I mean, if you listen to any of the music that I've ever released, I
We're going to, Danny. I'm going to give you that. I've already got your YouTube channel with your raps pulled up. We'll listen to it.
do speak about drug use. And it's just, it was a prominent part of my life at a certain point. And it's not something I'm necessarily proud of, but it's something that I went through, and you have to go through it to get to it, is a motto I like to.
My motto, which every one of my crypties should know, is you get there when you get there. That's my motto.
Go by. The night of October 4th, it was just, to me, it was a regular night. I was trying to be I was trying to get her back, into bed that night, like not just to go to sleep. So because we both were supposed to go to work the next morning.
And there are texts to prove, right? There is text to prove that he was trying to get Leilani to come home so they could get to bed. He was going to watch a movie or whatever with her. He knew they had to get up and go to work the next morning. Now, that's interesting that you say that, Jean Ellen, because even though he lived in Billy Joe's house, it seems to me like, yeah, you might consider him to be a freeloader, but the way that I look at it is, hang on a minute. Hang on. Don't get rid of that. Do not get rid of that. Let me tell you something. I don't know who the fuck you are. Grace Teeth. Don't ever. Let me turn my camera on here. Do not ever fucking come to my channel and use Summerwell's name in a derogatory way like that fucking ever. You're messing with the wrong bitch. You got me? You fucking got me? Grace, whoever the fuck you are, troll bitch. You want to come over here and say fucked up shit like that? You don't do that over here. You don't fucking do that over here. Do not ever come into my chat and demean any of my people and use Summerwell's name like that. You are a sick fuck. You're a sick fuck. How about that? Now get her the fuck out of here. Fucking piece of shit. Is that what you wanted to hear? Piece of shit. Go play somewhere else. Go over to Prayer Garden. She likes to hear shit like that. Get the fuck out of here.
So my goal was to just be in bed and relax at a certain point, and which was early. I believe the text messages
Fucking
were
weird
around
bitch.
10:30, 11, and that was actually around the time that I actually went to sleep. As you could tell, like one of the last text messages, I think it was sent around like 11:11 from my end or something like that. I just remember.
Look, I know Rapper comes in all the time and he says off the wall shit, and I usually let it slide, but don't ever come in here using Summerwell's name like that. Ever. You come in here and say your little trolly fucked up shit, and we all just ignore it. But no, you're not doing that fucking shit.
Honestly, it was just another day to me. And nothing had been out of the ordinary to me. Again, it was another day that I just let her have her freedom without worrying, because I had decided at that point I'm here for my daughter and to make sure that I never get threatened with never seeing my daughter again by her.
And this is the thing a lot of people need to understand. Even though Danny was partaking in substances, even though Danny was getting you know, his alcohol or whatever, Danny still got up and went to work. He still went to work. Leilani was the one who wanted to lay in the bed and don't wake her up to go to work because she would go off. She didn't want to be woke up right before they had to go, because guess what? That means that she didn't have to get the kids ready. She didn't have to make sure there were clean diapers on them. She didn't have to make sure they had clothes on to go to the babysitter. She didn't have to do any of that.
Her. So that's something she threatened a lot as well. But I do remember, I know I said in the beginning that I had seen Quentin
Yes,
in
you
the
lied.
morning.
You lied.
Now, I know that has been a big piece that is just confusing
No, it wasn't
to some
confusing.
people, as if, I lied.
You did lie. How could that be confusing for people when you lied and you said you seen Quentin in that little playpen that y'all stuck him in? Well, the oldest boy had him a nice little bed, and the baby girl was in her swing.
And it was not intentional. I
What do you mean it wasn't intentional?
was,
You was what?
in a sense,
What?
I made an assumption because I did not look that morning.
Then why did you make an assumption? Look, seriously. I'm sorry, you guys. This is why people don't come over here and talk to me. All right? Because I'm like, why would you make an assumption? Why would you just make an assumption? Why lie about it? Why lie? Put your knuckles out.
As stated on the stand, I wasn't going to turn on the lights at 5:30 in the morning to check to make sure.
And I get that. I get that, Danny.
I didn't want to wake the little ones up. So I wasn't going to turn the lights on and create a whole thing that morning. I was trying to be as quiet as possible. I saw what I could see with the lights off. And as I stated, it being just a normal day to me at the time, I made the normal assumption that everything and everyone were where they.
So you didn't see the puke in Quentin's playpen because you didn't turn the lights on. You didn't want to wake him up. You didn't want to have Miss Julie. What can I do for you, young lady? What are you doing today, Miss Julie? Inquiring minds want to know. You're up awful early, lady. I thought you did your lives at nighttime. Well, thank you for getting up so early and sharing this morning live with me. I appreciate you. Yeah. I mean, hey, Stephen.
We're normally at and supposed to be. And it bothered me a lot that I wanted in the like she was a manipulative, sociopathic, pathological liar, but I never saw her get really physical with any of the children. Now, verbally, I won't say she never did.
Now he's saying that he never seen her get physical with the kids. But verbal abuse is a lot harder. This is just me being a grown adult, remembering things that were said to me when I was a child. And verbal abuse is sometimes far more worse than the physical abuse, right? I know, but I was a little older you know, before I understood a lot of that. Loves to lurk. Nice to see you're lurking.
She was, as I stated, never physical with them, so I never thought that to be a possibility or wanted it to be true.
But how do you know she was not physical to those children while you were at work? When she was pissed off, Danny, when she was pissed off because you told her you're staying at home with the kids today because your ass don't want to get up and go to work, and I'm not going to try to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to take your kids to the babysitter because your ass won't get up for work. Okay? You pissed her off that day. You made her mad. The thing about it was, Quentin was not in that playpen.
So I went with the thought, the everything it being
Okay, hold on. Y'all think I'm done? I am not. We're going to get into part 2. First, I'm going to go get me a fresh cup of coffee because now I'm in a mood. I am in a mood. Okay. So, yes, Remain Calm may have to go back and unmonetize this because I'm in a mood now. Let me get another cup of coffee. Maybe it'll calm me down a little bit. Because Nicole said I can't eat my candy anymore. Nicole's taking my candy away from me. I'm back in the saddle again. I'm back. Okay, I know I'm weird. Oh, Loves to Lord, thank you so much. That means a lot. It really does. Thank you, darling. It will, let me tell you, it does come in very useful. It really does. I appreciate you. Then go watch fucking football, Chai. For real? Why do I want to fucking watch the football game? You do that all the time. You pop in to let me know what you're doing and what you're watching. So I'll make sure that I'm off of here in an hour. So that way I don't interfere with your Raiders playing football today. I get it. So what you're telling people is, hey, if Remain Calm is still on in an hour, fuck her, leave her and go watch the football game. Lord have mercy. I'm just messing with you, Chai. And thank you, Chai, for your very nice text the other morning. I appreciate you. Girl, I'm messing with you, Chai. I'm in one of those moods. I am messing with you. Okay, so now we have part two. Part two.
What do you think happened,
All right, this is
knowing
part two.
everything that you know now since that day?
Part Dukes. DEU.
There's still so many unanswered questions. I
Oh, thank you, Patty.
beat myself up.
Queen
I
of
used to
the
beat myself up a
roasters.
lot because I slept through whatever.
I can't help it, Miss Chewy. I apologize. I want you to cover your virgin ears, okay, Miss Chewy? Because yes, I cannot help myself. It just freaking happens. Why does it always happen with me? I try to be so good. I try, Jesus. I try. What is it? I know it's not satin. I don't like satin, so I know it's not satin. Where's my sage? Oh, I need my sage. It's here somewhere. Okay, here we go. I know, I love when Miss Chewy pops in. She don't pop in very often. But we love our Miss Chewy. We do. It's just that, Miss Chewy, you stay up late at night. And I've been staying up later at night. But I don't know. You're a night owl, girl. I'm surprised you're up right now.
Did happen, knowing, like, as I was learning new information, it just kept getting harder on me to believe that I slept through whatever did happen. Whatever did happen, it
What?
It had to have been
In the middle of the night. When
obviously quiet enough to where I slept through it.
Yes. But I think you would have slept through it anyway because there was so much screaming and DV going in the house all the freaking time that I really don't think, Danny, that your mental capacity with the Fireball and the Coca-Cola and the little bit of marijuana, all that shit together, I don't think that you would have even thought about, figuring it out anyhow.
Hey, Mom, I got a partnership real quick. I'm waiting.
Oh, go ahead. My camera's off. They won't see you.
It don't matter anyway.
They can hear you, though.
Oh, hello.
Chad says hello. Debbie Nielsen right there. She's, I don't want to put out her personal information. Okay. So, I mean, yeah. And this is the thing. We do not know. Miss Chewy said, hey, too, Chad. Miss Chewy. I was like, Miss Chewy don't know. We don't know how Quentin died. We don't. And it's very sad. But she could have gotten angry and threw something and maybe not even meaning to. I hate to say this, but not even meaning to, because of her anger, she might have picked something up and threw it at him just to shut him up and hurt him, right? For real. Okay. Hey, Xena with fire. I know a lot of people do think that Danny's making himself look like the good guy. But honestly, you guys, if you did follow the trial, to a certain extent, Danny was the good guy. He was the good guy.
I mean, I'm not a light sleeper, but I'm not a heavy sleeper. I mean, I'm heavy enough to sleep through whatever did happen, which it's something that's always going to bother me, is that I really do not know what happened.
Neither do we.
And I know that may be hard to believe for some people. It's the truth, though. I have beat myself up for so long for actually not knowing. Because if I did know that something, like if I was, or for not being awake, because if I was awake, I could have done something.
What, Danny? What would you have done?
Something, at least. I just wish I knew more, to be honest. I still don't know.
It was 6 weeks that it took for law enforcement to search the landfill where they ended up finding Quentin's remains. And of course, they connected it back to the dumpster that the police say that Leilani was at. What was your reaction when you found out that that was where Quentin had ended up after going missing?
We had Life 360. I
Same here, Zena.
knew very early on that
Chai, why would he not regain custody of his daughter? Where, anywhere, does it show that Danny abused his daughter? Where does any of that show? Only because he was the boyfriend of a, we'll just say it, child killer, does not mean that he can't get his daughter back. How do you know he doesn't have stable housing right now? How do you know that?
she went to a dumpster at 1 a.m. Or
She sure did.
I can't remember the specific time, but it was around 1:30, I think. Something along those lines. I had known very early on
Or why wouldn't anyone in his family be allowed to get custody of his daughter?
that happened. So having that knowledge, it was something, it was bound to happen. So I kind of,
Okay, so that's,
Had
wait,
the-
that's
as I
weird.
stated, I had the knowledge early on.
So you think that she's with his family right now? But it doesn't mean because he's couch surfing right now, that the reunification, especially if she is with his family right now, that would be what I would feel, some sort of reunification right there, right? I guess what you said confused me. I guess what you said confused me when. Okay, whatever. Moving on. I'm not going to get into that conversation.
That's probably how it was going to end. But after speaking with the law enforcement and then providing me with the information that led to my no questions asked cooperation. It was almost I had no option to I had to do the right thing. So
This is
it was a struggle.
this is what gets me. Why did you just not tell them from the beginning that you did not look in on Quentin that morning? I mean, even though law enforcement's good enough, they found the evidence, her going out to the dealer's house.
Dealing with the knowledge early on and having to keep certain things to myself, and still is, that will always weigh on me.
Is it laying on you for the fact that you were there because you wanted to take care of your daughter? You were taking care of her sons, but you automatically, knowing that you really didn't love her and you really didn't want to be there, and you were doing substances to numb yourself from being in that situation, but you believed what she said to you. Maybe she whacked you upside your head too many times. Well, good. I'm glad if he's living with a new girlfriend. You go, Danny. Just make sure she's not like Leilani.
Didn't want it to be true. I just didn't want it to be true.
I get it.
Not because of my relationship with her, but for Quentin, I just did not want that to be true.
I get it, buddy.
It is always going to be something hard to deal with. Something I can honestly say that will always weigh on my heart.
I believe that if after 30 years, because Leilani got life with the possibility of parole with a 10 years added on to that. I really think if somebody said to Leilani today, look, girl, in 10 years, we will consider letting you out if you tell us what really happened to Quentin, I still bet you Leilani would not, she's not going to ever tell what really happened to Quentin. She said she blacked out, remember? She blacked out.
I do just feel blessed that I did spend as much time as I did while I could. He was a huge part of my life and has definitely made a difference in who I am today.
No, I got a candle burning. You
And
cannot come up here today. No.
Way I look at things and how I handle.
I wonder how he felt when he found out that she was having relations with her dealer. I don't think he learned that until law enforcement told him.
Certain situations, my growth, I miss him. I really do. No way I couldn't. I mean, if anybody ever spent any time with him, there's no way anybody could not miss that.
Throughout the trial, obviously when you were testifying, you were questioned very heavily by the defense about what you did and didn't do that night. In Leilani's sentencing this past week, she also had a family member, her aunt, take the stand and question why the police didn't take a closer look at you and
Yes, ma'am,
why
he did.
Leilani is the only person that is serving time, you know, and had gone on trial for Quentin's death and disappearance. What is it like to still have the finger pointed at you, even knowing what we know now from what law enforcement provided, and now that she has been convicted of his murder?
I mean, it kind of doesn't really bother me because of the fact that I know I did everything I could, and I know in my heart, and obviously I was cleared before anything ever became a thing, honestly. People are always going to have opinions and their thoughts, and you can put evidence and factual information right in front of them, and because they feel so strongly about somebody, they won't believe it's true. But it does kind of surprise me that honestly, after all the evidence that showed, me running out of the warehouse, basically as fast as I could, I left my whole jacket there and it had a whole pack of cigarettes in it, which I never went back and got or anything.
I don't understand this. What was the big deal with leaving the jacket with a pack of cigarettes in it? He got the jacket back and it still had the cigarettes in it. But is he trying to say that that's how quickly he left, that he didn't even care about not having any cigarettes? I don't know.
Anything. And as Dave was up there on the stand, he told you I was crying physically. Like he could physically see my tears and everything. If that doesn't change what you believe, then that's on you. Like in the beginning, all the hate that I received, it's always good. It's always the boyfriend. The blame went straight to me from the beginning because of the fact that.
And see, what Danny didn't realize, because he probably never followed missing and exploited children's cases and ABUSE cases with children, he probably didn't realize that now, in this day and age, the first person that gets looked at if something's wrong with a child will be the boyfriend. Right, Patty?
I was the boyfriend, and
oh, thank
people
you, Zena.
Just
thank you.
Didn't want it to be true that a mother could do that to their own child, even though it has happened in the past. Just something no one wants it to be true, and it's easy to blame the boyfriend. He got jealous because Quentin was getting more attention than his daughter. The guy's gonna be abusive because he's a guy and he's a boy. He's just jealous or something.
Julie, Sandy got one.
It's easy to blame.
Oh, you got one.
And
Sasha got one. Oh,
I'm sure.
Hey, Bean got one.
Like my drug use, my appearance, and everything. It's easy to blame. So I have let all of that stuff go. Just like I have no ill will toward I don't dislike the aunt, Jackie. I thought she was a very nice woman. Every time that I had spoken with her and met with her, I thought she was a very nice woman. I don't hold it against her that she doesn't want it to be true and that it angers them that I wasn't as heavily investigated, quote unquote,
Hey, Pots guys,
as her. But
the evidence
Well, get out of the
that
bushes,
was presented in
man.
the trial is no doubt just purely overwhelming. Honestly, it's just overwhelmingly. You couldn't. I felt like there was no way that there was going to be a not guilty based on everything that was acquired and released in the trial, evidence wise. So the evidence for it to be as incriminating as it is, you don't want it to be true. I didn't try to hide anything. I was straightforward in the very first interview with the police at the station for when they interviewed for like 13 hours or something like that. I was straightforward about everything. I had nothing to hide because I knew I didn't do anything and I knew I didn't know anything. So me being as honest as
But you lied about seeing Quentin first. So when you got down to the Popo station, is that when you decided you were going to let them know that you did not see Quentin in that crib? Oh, happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. I don't know if I can go any higher. Happy anniversary. Xena and her husband. Okay.
I was and still am, they never questioned my integrity
Why not?
or anything like that. But on the other hand, Leilani was very
Lying. Shady.
reserved in her interviews, and she portrayed
Reserved.
herself as a victim, which it was almost, crocodile tears for a lot of things. And it just, they could tell they have a very good sense of who somebody really is and what they're capable of.
Law enforcement knew that within a few hours, they felt Leilani did something with Quentin, and they also knew that they were going to find him in that landfill. They knew it within hours of coming to the scene of Quentin missing.
And I had no problem cooperating from the very beginning, as I stated. She, however, had, at a certain point during one of the interviews with the FBI, she even asked for a lawyer.
She did?
But I did not. I never did.
But if she would have asked for a lawyer, then there would not have been any other interviews unless she would have had a lawyer sitting right there beside her. And there were many, many interviews done where I didn't see no lawyer sitting there. I'm just saying.
Because I never needed one. There's a lot that they don't want to be true. And I let a lot of the disbelief, no matter who it's from, just go, because I know I didn't do anything. The only thing I feel guilty about is that I wasn't awake at this point. That is something I do feel guilt about, but that's the only thing.
Wait. I'm sorry, Danny. This makes no sense. I would have preferred you answer that as in, I feel badly that I didn't physically look at all these children, whether they be sleeping or not, to make sure that they were okay. He says, I feel bad that I wasn't awake through the whole thing. I'm sorry, that's weird to me. That's weird to me.
You mentioned that you've had therapy related to this situation and your relationship with Leilani as a whole, but here we are almost 2 years to the day since she was arrested. Are you in a better place now when it comes to sobriety?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I was very open about my issue, my struggle with sobriety. I was very open about that.
He was very
in
open
the
about
trial,
it.
which felt really good to finally not like hide all that I was.
And I do have to say, Danny, you are looking very healthy right here. You are looking very healthy right here. And if you are getting help for, your struggles, I am praying for you, and I hope that you get to, I hope you get to wherever you want to be in life, for real. Yeah, well, the thing is, Miss Chewy, where he shouldn't, in my opinion, feel guilty about that is because the man went up and he would get up and go to work every day. He would wake up in the morning, get 3 kids ready to go to a babysitter, then go to work, while Leilani did nothing. If she didn't want to go to work, she just didn't go to work. So that would be one thing I would think that he should not feel guilty about, because what did people expect him to do? Stay up all night long while Leilani's out there running around and doinking her substance dealer and having a good old time and conversation with him? I would hope that he would not. I get what he's saying. I totally get what he's saying. But that one thing that I would hope for him is that he can look at that, maybe look at that guilt in a different way. So for sure. Thank you, Debbie. We're not going to just delete the message. We are going to, he should be blocked. I want him blocked. So, yeah, we can delete his message, but he is, he's banned. He's completely banned. So, don't even instigate him. He did that before. I mean, that's just him. One thing about Rapper that I'm gonna freaking say is, I don't even think it's Rapper, to be honest with you. I don't know who this person is, but I don't think it's rapper. But I would say you're very racist, and I don't do racism over here. So you need to move on somewhere else. So, okay, back to it.
A user and heavy drinker. You know, it felt good to get that off my chest. I think it's been about 5 months. 5 months I've been fully sober. I did struggle with it a little bit more, like still after the occurrence, the incident. I was trying to again self-medicate and numb myself, and that did, like I said, occur for about another year or so. About a year, yeah. So I've been sober fully for about 5 months. It's not been easy. I am proud of myself, though.
I would be proud of yourself too, Danny. For real.
It took a lot of time to want it for myself, if that makes sense.
No, he said 5 months.
I had to want it for myself and remember that.
He said he'd been sober 5 months.
Part of the reason that I've been in, part of the reason I've struggled with so much in my life is because of the issues I've had with sobriety. So to move forward is a very nice, very, very fulfilling.
That's so cool, Danny. That is cool.
And I'm in a much better place mentally after the therapy that I've been through. I am still going, but it has helped a very significant amount. So, there's still things I have to unpack as well, also. So,
one thing which is very interesting to me, and I applaud you. Okay. Really, dumbass. We know Trader's got parents. Grow the freak up, freaking weirdo. Trader's is my mama. How about that? Trader's is my mom. Go ask her. I'm Trader's kid. She'll tell you. She's my mama. Don't mess with my mama. You are so weird. Dude, you are the weirdest. But anywho, did you need attention today? Did you not have a good Thanksgiving and you need attention today? Inquiring minds want to know. Do I need to call your handler? Do I need to contact your handler? I'm telling flies on you, rapper.
I'm just glad that everything has come. Pretty much everything has come to light, and there has been justice served.
So you really think justice was served? I mean,
White Castle does not have any locations in Texas, but you are able to purchase the sliders from Head.
all right, these are other well, that was Danny. And this is what I want to say. I commend Danny for getting sober. I commend him for staying sober. I don't think that Danny's ever going to be able to tell us what happened to Quentin. And we look at, okay, we look at, if the tables were turned and this was a male doing to a female what Danny says Leilani was doing to him, would we look at that different? Would we look at that differently because of her being a female? If the tables were turned, would we look at the DV and all that stuff differently? I believe that I have to say that I believe also that justice was served, only because they found her guilty of 19 charges. So we're going to listen to, I'll sub to you, Danny. I am using this under the Fair Use Act. Well, I don't know, you guys, it's music. It's music. If I keep stopping it, maybe. If I play this, I've got to go back in and take my monetization off. He does strike for his stuff. Okay, well, I take it back. Let me unsub from you, Danny, until I can email you and ask your permission to play your music. Okay, but yeah, he's got a YouTube channel. You go, boy. You go, boy. Okay, so wait. I got how the fuck can I get to this? Why aren't you letting me pull it up? I'm trying to pull this fucking article out. Oh my god. Why are they not letting me pull any of this up? Okay, let me wait. Oh yeah, wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Wait, Mr. Postman. Hey, Mr. Postman, come back to my house. You left me some bills and I don't want to pay them. So you can take them back from where they came from. I'm not subbing to someone that is gonna strike me for playing their stuff. Not me. I can't afford it. I can't afford to do it, you guys. I mean, I hate to freaking say that, but I can't afford to do it. But good luck to you, Danny. On October 28th of 2024, Danny says, I just need my baby back home. Well, good luck, Danny. Good luck. Maybe I'll push your channel here sometime. Timu. Here's some sad news today, you guys. Here in Indiana, there were 2 people who were unalived after a dump truck in a semi collided nearly head on in Indiana. How sad. How sad. Around the seasons. 'Tis the season. H, babe, I'm praying for you and your family. I know you're having a hard way to go. But you have to think, too, that he's with God now. He is with God. Okay. Hold on, I'm going to pull up another story. I have seen my last tomorrow. I am holding my last breath. Goodbye, sweet world of sorrow. But my life begins with death. I am standing on the mountain. I'm looking for a story while I'm singing to you guys. I can hear the angels' song. I am reaching over Jordan. Take my hand, Lord, lead me home. Okay, where the freak? What in the world is this? Oh my gosh. All right, are you guys ready? All right, give me 2 seconds. I've got another case that I want to talk to you guys about. Okay, I'm back. How to cover my feet are cold. You guys kept talking about food. I had to go get me some of this. Oh Lord, I'll have to show you. This is our, I don't even know what it is. Mmm. Mmm. It's a good thing I didn't find this in the refrigerator at midnight, because there wouldn't have been none left. Mmm. Ooh, I need to put that out. What's a piece of paper? I can't celebrate because it's all, my first was on my dad, and I lost my uncle the 3rd of November. Wow, Black Skies, that's very interesting because my my uncle passed away and his funeral was today and I didn't go. I felt kind of bad about that. But I just hadn't been feeling 100%, you know, just to drive all the way there. And then this was our first Thanksgiving without Todd being around. It was really kind of bittersweet because we tried to have the best time that we could, and we did. We did. No, I'm praying for you and your family. We'll mix our prayers together and they'll just be one big prayer. How about that? I love to share prayers with people. But I do hope the best. I really hope the best for Danny, his daughter, his family. And this may sound weird to you guys. And those of you who followed the case with me or followed it on another channel, when Billy Joe Howe testified and she spoke from her heart, it broke my heart. But she made so much sense. And so the things that she was saying, that could have been any of us. People downed her for her addictions and what it caused, that she felt, you know, just destroyed her family, destroyed her relationship with her daughter. I was so it really touched my heart. It really touched my heart. Sometimes we take advantage of situations, right? And hang on, guys. Okay. But yeah, be careful. It's not very many times. And I guess the reason I felt the way I did when Billy Joe got up to, Billy Joe was not saying my daughter does not believe, my daughter does not deserve to be punished, because that wasn't there at all. I mean, she was, hey, you know, she blamed herself for the dysfunction that started in her family. But, you know, I don't know. I feel like Molly Golightly sitting up here eating. I gotta turn my camera off. But there's nothing worse than a mother who, maybe an example is they grew up with addictions. You grew up with mom or dad having addictions. There's nothing worse, even as you become an adult, that those parents will not take accountability for their family dysfunction and a reason that could have been, you know, what messed up your family. Quite a few parents who will not take that responsibility. Oh, well, her boobs are bigger than mine, Poppy. I mean, I don't know. I guess I could do like Jody Sue did and put one of those Victoria's Secret bras on my wish list. You guys can buy me a Victoria's Secret bra. That way I can push my cleavage up and Molly got the boob. Oh, she's got to talk with her mouth full. Okay. I want to pull some of my clips up. I'm okay. Well, if we have time today, we're just going to have time today. So we're going to keep going until you guys are like, I'm sick of you, remain calm. You need to get off now. Okay. So, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. I told you. Okay. I have no space for you on my desk. I hate to break your heart. Many other places you can go lay. All right. It's not your day. Quit trying to take over my channel, cat. Oh. So you guys want to talk about the P. Diddy stuff? We would get into more too much. Oh my gosh. You guys got to see this. This tripped me the freak out when I watched it. So hold on. This is oh man, I hate to use her content because she's got 1 million subscribers. She's got 1 million subscribers. Okay, this is from a channel called Anna Solves. Okay, Anna Solves. Anna, I like you, and I am going to use this under the Fair Use Act. Copyright disclaimer. We are using this for educational purposes. Okay. You should hear the men in the oil patch talk about him. Talk about who? Oh, did he? Well, let me say this. Okay, there are a few women who have come out on YouTube and have talked about things that happened with them concerning P. Diddy, Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, Diddler, right? And it's like, for some reason, a young girl came out, was talking about horrendous things that happened, right, to her, and then a couple other ones who have spoke out about what happened to them is trying to discredit her. And it's like, look, if you've ever had bad things happen to you in your life, if you don't remember maybe what happened correctly, things are coming to you as you're thinking about it and talking. Your time frame may not add up a little bit. It doesn't mean that that person isn't telling their truth. And I get kind of angry when people want to discredit someone else's truth. Yeah. My back half metal, I see. Dang, girl. I wouldn't want to. My arthritis hurts me so bad in the cold that I was showing someone how to clip a live. What you need to do that for? What are you trying to catch somebody up on now, Lisa? You want to come up here and talk to me? No, I can't talk to you right now. Like I said, I've got this monetized, so I got to watch what I say. Okay, so we're going to hop over here. Trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see something here. Dallas County, Missouri is a quiet place. The whole county is home to 17,000 people. It consists of a lot of forest, remote villages far away from bustling towns. I wanted to see. In July 2021, a 33-year-old woman named Cassidy Rainwater disappeared from Lebanon, Missouri. What began as a missing persons case soon unraveled into one of the most horrific crimes in recent memory. The details that emerged shocked the local community and the entire nation. And definitely, please go over and check out Anna. Anna's got some good stuff going on. Anna, don't be mad. I'm going to use this under the Fair Use Act. I think it's just a very important story to be told. I will be stopping to comment on it, but I have to say, trigger warning, trigger warning. If you are easily triggered, please leave and feel free to come back again. I need a trip to the beach. Are you kidding me, Chai? I need to go to the beach. Closest I get to the beach anymore is a tanning bed, and I haven't been to a tanning bed in forever. Okay, wait. First, I'm gonna click on it. Then I'm gonna mute it. Then I'm going to do that. You can't hear it? Hold on. Okay, I fixed it. Hold on. My daughter made bread. It was this bread pudding, and she soaked the raisins in bourbon for a couple days. And it's really good. Are you guys sick of me yet? I've been on here 2 hours. I was eating the rest of it, Debbie. It was good. Every last bite, lady. I told my daughter, I was like, well, at least I know you're going to feed me now. I don't know. They're always trying to feed me food all the time. I do go through phases where I don't eat real well, though. Ew, it's really good, Zena. Really, really good. She used this special bread and everything. He moved there when he was a teen. Okay. I am not going to get into... this is the one that I really want to talk about, so we're going to talk about this really quick, okay? We'll talk about the trafficking situation. I'll do that in the evening time. It's just something I don't think I want to do during the day. But this is a horrible story, you guys. This right here is horrible. Trigger warning. If you get easily triggered, please come back another time. This was published November 27th. Charles Alexander, 43, took his non-custodial daughter and led police on a chase as she begged him not to unalive her. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. A 911 call between an armed man and Ohio police dispatchers had revealed the moments of terror endured by his non-custodial daughter, who repeatedly begged him not to unalive her. Look at that baby's face. Look at that baby's face. Oh, wait. I'm not sure on the tab. I had you guys on my... I had you on my email. "7 years old. Little Oakland Alexander was returned to her family physically unharmed following the incident earlier this month. Non-custodial daughter. The investigation began on November 11th when Charles Ryan Alexander took his non-custodial daughter from her grandmother's house in Jefferson County, Ohio, after he tried to pick up the child from school and failed. But if he was a non-custodial, he wouldn't have been able to pick her up from school anyway. An Amber Alert was issued with Alexander's vehicle description. Later that evening, the Brunswick Division of Police located Alexander and his daughter, the sheriff's office said. What do you mean, and his daughter? He was a non-custodial parent. When the police tried to stop him, he fled, prompting a car chase. Police deflated the tires of the vehicle, and he stopped in a parking lot in nearby Medina Township. He engaged in several conversations on the phone with dispatchers, threatening to unalive himself and the child. In audio recordings of the 911 released by Medina County, Alexander is heard threatening law enforcement by saying he's armed while telling his daughter calmly that she would be going to heaven. Oh my gosh. He said that he would discharge his firearm, taking both of their lives. And in the background, this little girl is heard begging him, please don't. So Alexander says, I want to talk to her mother. And it says, if you're listening, Ashley, who's the little girl's mother, you should have called. As the child asks him questions, her voice in a calm panic, he tells her they would both be going to heaven. The little girl says, how do you know we're going to heaven? He says, we'll both go. She says, I'm going to heaven, before saying no. When the little girl starts to get emotional, he says, 'cause you're a good person. And the little girl says, I don't want to go to heaven today. He says, well, I didn't want it to happen either. I just wanted to talk to your mother. You did this because you wanted to talk to her mother. One 911 dispatcher interrupts to say, stay here, later adding, I know you didn't want to hurt your daughter and you didn't want it to be like this. Let's not do anything we can't undo. she calmly tells him. As the dispatchers tried to negotiate with him, the child is heard repeatedly asking about going to heaven. At one point, she cries out in a panic, "I don't want to go to heaven today. I'm not going to die," she says repeatedly. Let me see. I want to. Let me see if I can watch. I want one. What the fuck is this? Hold on. Hold the fuck on. What have I found here? Here we go. Hold on. Jesus, Jesus, hold on. We need our sorry, I had to get our thing back here. Okay, wait. See, this is screen. Here we go. This is the police thing. Hold on. Here we go. You guys can hear that, right? Throw me a one. Okay. Closed captions are on. Okay, I got it. I'll fix it. Thank you guys for telling me. I appreciate that. Sometimes my thing is a little wonky and I end up having to just reshare it. It's not a big deal. Okay, let me just back it up right where he started. We'll start about. Here we go.
This collaboration.
Please put a one in
This
if
was
you
a
can hear
very,
it.
very stressful situation, and it took every single one of these agencies to have this outcome the way it was. So as we all know, there was a situation that started in Jefferson County, Ohio. It started about 2:58 in the afternoon. The suspect, Mr. Alexander, went to a school to try to, I guess, pick up his daughter, who he had no custody
There you
of.
go.
The grandma at that point.
I got it. Thank
Went to
you.
the school, took the daughter, 7-year-old, to her house, at which point the suspect went to that location and abducted the individual, the child. During that encounter, actually with his vehicle, ran over, struck another female at that location, and then took off
Damn.
north with a Ford F-150. Members of the Marshals Task Force and other agencies started tracking
So he hit another woman with his vehicle.
the individual. At some point, located him or followed it northbound, at which point he was in the Fairlawn area and removed, left that vehicle at a hotel there, and then was able to, I guess, steal a U-Haul vehicle. The suspect then was then picked up in the city. That's why Chief Safran's here, and I'm going to let Chief kind of go over some of the details that occurred in Brunswick City.
Thank you, Sheriff Grace. So at 8:02 p.m.
night, dispatch
Is
center
this the
received a
same story? Because he had the little girl and he switched all those vehicles. Hold on, don't tell me there's two. No, this is it. Okay, this is it. I'm trying not to confuse myself. I don't know unless
Amber
it
Alert
was
for
the
U-Haul
grandma
truck when it was
maybe
on the
that
plates
he
being operated by Charles
almost ran
Alexander.
over.
I was possibly in a plaza located at 3634 Center Road where the Winking Lizard is. One of our officers was literally around the corner from the initial call, pulled in and observed the vehicle. He didn't attempt to make contact with the subjects who were walking back to the vehicle. At that time, he determined it was probably Mr. Alexander. Mr. Alexander turned towards him. He yelled for him to stop. Mr. Alexander then jumped into the vehicle and fled the scene. So we then began to pursue the U-Haul truck with Mr. Alexander at a low speed. At one point on Center Road, he did utilize the U-Haul truck to strike the side of one of our cruisers, causing some damage to it. The U-Haul truck then made its way, continued eastbound on Center Road and got on Interstate 7 south. Just prior to it hitting the entrance ramp, we were able to utilize tire deflation devices, also known as spike strips, to damage one of the front tires to the U-Haul truck. That slowed the chase down significantly even more. We then continued to chase the U-Haul southbound on 71 and attempt to stop it. During the course of the pursuit, Mr. Alexander placed a call to our dispatch center, threatening that he would shoot his daughter and himself. He wanted officers to back off and stop pursuing him.
Look, can I just say this? Is anybody else thinking this? And I mean, thank goodness that they did whatever they had to do. But a U-Haul truck going at a fast rate of speed using spike strips, that would have been scary for me because at the time, where was the little girl sitting? In the front of the U-Haul truck? That's scary. That's scary. Oh, I don't know, Debbie. I'd have to look.
We continued the
doubt
pursuit with the U-Haul truck down to 71 and Route 18. At that point, the U-Haul truck pulled into a address off of East Point Drive in Medina Township. The U-Haul truck then was facing away from officers, and at some point, as our officers attempted to get closer to the vehicle, there were some shots fired at officers. Officers then retreated, and as at that time, we called in for additional resources. So that was our involvement.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Chief.
As Chief said, that it did stop there on East Point. Multiple agencies were called in to help us with extra resources. Extensive efforts were made in negotiations with the suspect to try to have a situation. After multiple threats to his daughter, a member of the Ohio State Highway Patrol Special Response Team did neutralize the threat. And I will say this, that decision is never made easy. It's a difficult situation for that trooper. But that act alone, right then, saved this little girl. There's no doubt in my mind. As we hear some of the 911 tapes, I mean, I will tell you this, they're very emotional to listen to, but I think when you hear them, you will understand the significance of this situation.
They're going to play them.
After the situation was neutralized, the 7-year-old was removed from the vehicle by law enforcement and safely removed to have a reunification with her mom at the Medina County Sheriff's Office. So what we're going to do now is play some of the 911 tape. Again,
I'm going to slow the 911 tapes down a little bit. I don't want to play them too fast, and I want to make sure that we can hear them pretty well.
I know we've received multiple requests to have this released. This is a combination of all three dispatch centers. So we will release this in full, but this is, I believe, about 3 minutes in length. And this is a compilation of multiple locations.
This is Charles Alexander. I'm with Oakland. I'm going to stop this car. I need the police to not come up. Do you know who I am?
Yes, sir. Where are you at right now?
I'm getting off the exit 18 Acton. I need them to not approach this car. Tell them I am going to vote if they don't back off. Stay back. Stay back. I will shoot us both. Stay back. Stand back. I want to talk to her mother.
She's hard to understand. It's hard to understand the little girl.
You still there?
Yeah.
And she's still there. Everybody, you're keeping her safe, right?
For now.
Listen just 1 second. Hold on. I am trying to help.
How do you know the police are happening?
We'll go to
What?
We'll go to
I'm going to have it.
You're a good person.
I don't want something to happen today.
For some reason, Debbie, when I'm getting your getting the links, I can hear them, but I can't see them, which is really weird. I don't know what I've freaking done. I don't know what I've done, but my phone is messed up. Let me turn my phone off for a minute. I'll find it, Debbie. But it is hard to hear the little girl in this.
I just want to talk to you.
Yes, stay here. Anything yet? We don't.
That's them, not me.
Daughter, I know you do, and you don't want to hurt her, and you didn't want it to be like this. I know. But let's not do anything that we can't undo, okay?
Not letting me get in.
Just hold on 1 second. Just bear with me. We want to. No, I know. No, it's not too late. It's not too late.
Too late. I've tried to see you. I would give her a chance to say bye to her
I know, but hold on. Wait a second. No, that's not. No. Listen to me. Take a breath. Take a breath.
Today?
Yes.
No.
Today?
If you're listening, Ashley, you should call me.
Am I going to heaven today?
Can you drop it in chat?
I don't want to go to heaven.
Can you drop the link in chat, Debbie? It might. Maybe I can get it differently.
I don't want to.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to.
Hold on a second. Hey, hold on. Hold.
Hop on electric e-bike.
Hang on, let me get this. Let me fix this, y'all.
Bikes, brand new.
Look, all I wanted to do, I don't really want to show a
Electric
commercial.
One, named one of the best electric bikes
but
of
it's
2024
not
by
letting
Bicycling.
me fucking.
Still here. We have options. We have options.
Not gonna let me go to heaven. I'm not gonna die.
You're getting an officer to talk to you. That's there.
A 7-year-old girl telling this man that she isn't going to pass away and she's not ready to go to heaven. Okay, Debbie,
You
I'll
can
get.
talk to that's not approach you.
I don't want to talk to anyone.
Just keep talking to her. You don't want her to be scared. You don't want to hurt her. I know you don't want
I
to
got
hurt
it.
her.
Thank you,
I
Debbie.
know that this is about the court and it being unfair. And let's not do anything that is gonna make it even more unfair to her, because you love her. I know you do. You wouldn't be doing this if you didn't. You don't go through this if you don't. So let's not do anything that we can't fix, okay?
Okay.
But he wants to talk to her mom. He took this child because he wanted communication with the mother. I want to know if he took the child because he had love for the child and maybe the mother wasn't letting him see the child. But the whole thing is, this man is saying, I want to talk to her mother.
Your games are over.
Can you hear me?
Again, that's just a compilation of of 3 different phone calls, and I think we can all hear that emotion in the 7-year-old. I mean, that tears.
Oh, I appreciate
this
it,
next
Debbie.
video
Thank
is
you.
again just, I don't even know. This thing is about 3 minutes long or 2 minutes long of just some of the pursuit, and then.
Hey, Chai, where'd you go? You watching your football game, are you? Damn. That is a big U-Haul. Hi, H. Yeah, I agree, Debbie. I agree. I can't imagine how that little girl felt. This is horrible. Hold on, I can speed it up a little bit now. I'm muting the chase because all we're hearing is police sirens and stuff anyway. Okay, you can see where the tires got hit by the sticks, spike sticks. Oh my gosh, thank God he pulled over in an area like that. Shots fired. Wait, you're shooting in the vehicle where the baby girl is. Or is he shooting? I shouldn't have been talking. They got her. They got her. You see how
I guess
fast
two
they,
other things I'd like to,
did you guys see how fast they got that baby girl out of there?
at one point, the passenger door opens and it's closed. I don't know who closed it. That is where the little girl was sitting, was on the passenger side. The other thing, and maybe you've heard it, the dispatch centers, all three of them, to the stress that goes into these types of phone calls. I mean, they all did just a tremendous job.
And I do, and I think you guys should too. 3 different call centers are dealing with the same scenario. And they all did do a fantastic job. I think they did. I think they did.
We're true professionals, and we're heroic. Part of our release last night, we said that all the officers were physically okay, and along with the 7-year-old. It's a blessing, but I also think it's imperative. I think we all know this, that there's no doubt this has an emotional toll on the family and the 7-year-old. So that's why when we started the press conference, we said our thoughts and prayers are to the family, because this is, although the situation was over last night, this is basically a beginning of a new chapter for that little girl and the officers that were involved. I just can't stress enough that decision by the trooper, the courage, the professionalism. None of us, no one up here, no one in this room ever wants to be in that position. But his decision, without a doubt, saved that little girl. And I can't thank him enough, just on behalf of a parent. I don't even know the family, but just a parent to take that. So LT, you should be proud. The other thing, I know he won't want me to say this, but Chief Minnick was on the phone with this individual for 10 minutes himself, trying to negotiate a safe ending. And he did a fantastic job, and again, should be commended for all of his efforts. So with that, we'll take some questions. I'm just going to let you know right now, we're not going to name the member or provide the name of the trooper. We're not doing that. The PCI is handling that aspect of the investigation. But there are some other specific questions we can answer. We'll certainly try to. If we can't, we'll let you know that and we'll try to get you the information.
Sorry, it's hard to tell from the video.
Sure.
Were they trying to buy enough time so that a trooper could get in the right position to fire the shot? Where was the shot fired?
I won't get into the specifics on where the shot was fired. At that time, resources were coming from outside the county, within the county. I think.
Okay. So let's just pull over here real quick. One of the 911 operators, when speaking with Alexander, was empathizing with him, just trying to keep him calm because the little girl was scared, and said to him, keep talking to her if you don't want her to be scared. Let's not do anything that's going to make it even more unfair to her. Because you love her. I know you do. He was later fatally shot by officers, and the child was rescued. I believe there's going to be a lot more coming out about this. It was in my email today. I thought I would just talk about it. Wow. So I've been on here almost 3 hours. I cannot believe that. So what's we got to say about what we seen today? Any questions? Any comments? I do hope that Danny Youngkin's little girl is with family He can see her whenever he wants. And he is still, to me, a young man who now has the opportunity of being sober, possibly making better decisions in his life, and can move ahead to create with his daughter what he thought he was going to find going to live with Leilani Simon, which was a family, a home. That's what Danny said that he wanted, a family, a home. And I truly hope that he can find that. Now, I know that we all make fun, about him being a rapper or whatever. I haven't personally sat and listened to his music yet. You guys know how I am. If I would have played it, I wouldn't have been doing it to make fun of it. I would have been doing it to show people what his music consists of. But I don't want a copyright strike. So if you guys want to go check it out, you can go check it out. But yeah, what I probably will do is when I have another mess around live where I'm just messing around, I'll play it. I'll play it then. But I wanted this morning stuff to be, some serious conversation. I'm trying to catch up with myself here. I get sidetracked. I do get sidetracked. And I gotta reel myself back in sometimes. So, even though I say weird shit or whatever, I make light of a lot of tough topic conversations, just because they can get so heavy sometimes. They did a great job, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's a big, heavy topic right there. Defund the police. That's the whole thing. For real. All right. I don't know if anybody wants to grab it, but I'll drop the link because my OCD's kicking in. So I've got 15 minutes. I have 15 minutes. Thank you, Zena with Fire. Thank you. I appreciate you. For real, for real. But yeah, I had seen that. I had seen the I can't remember what I was going to say. I mean, some of these cases I can't, oh my gosh, I didn't know about this. We'll talk about that tonight. I've got a case we're going to talk about tonight. For real. For real, for real, for real. Thank you, Poppy. I appreciate you, girl. You too, Debbie. Did the 2 monster charges go up against the baby in the bath? I don't know. Yes, I got to go back and check it. But I will definitely check on that. I'm also going to do an update about Elijah View. Get caught up on that case. There's a couple others too. A couple others too. I just can't get started on them right now because I've already been on here 3 hours. So what I would like to try to do is, if I can't guarantee anything, is possibly get on tonight, about 8:30, for a little while, and we will just talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, have some fun. I'll see if I can find some funny stuff, or if you guys find something funny, send it to me and, you know, we'll talk about it or whatever. But I'm, thank you guys for hanging out with me and talking about these cases. Yes, Ernie's jail calls. All right, that's what we're going to start with, okay? Because I told Nicole I would. So I am going to pull up Ernie's jail calls. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to schedule it right now. Right now, I'm going to schedule it. All right, what should we title it as? Ernie is in jail. Just thought I would let y'all know. That's the title. Ernie's in jail. Just thought I'd let y'all know. So I need to hear his voice. So we gonna hear okay, I have to work on the title because it's too long. Okay, we can fix it. We can fix it. I'll tell you, we'll just leave it as, just thought I'd let y'all know. And then I'll just put jail calls. Jail calls. Okay. Then I got to put my copyright disclaimer in there. Does Ernie still wear butt stretchers? Tune in to find out. That is funny. Oh, I'm glad you was taking your nap. All right, my butt's getting off here. I will see you guys at 8:30. Nicole, you better be here at 8:30. You better not be working. You tell them you need the time off. Thank you, mods. Thank you, Poppy, Debbie, H. I adore y'all. Poppy in her red Mustang. Yeah. You know I appreciate all you guys. All right, now, I got news for you. The live at 8:30 is going to be a lot of cursey words. We might get a little, you know, feisty or whatever. So that it's definitely a live I cannot monetize. I will just let you know that right now. All right. Appreciate you guys. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much, Loves to Lurk. Thank you, Zena, for the 5 gifted memberships. Peace out, everybody. See you tonight.